Somewhere in Time is a romantic science fiction film that has captured the hearts of viewers with its deeply emotional story, blending time travel, romance, and themes of destiny. Directed by Jano Swark and starring Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour, the movie stands out for its subtle approach to time travel and its heavy focus on love. Despite a mixed reception at its release, the film has since gained a cult following. Plot overview. The movie starts in 1972 with Richard Collier, Christopher Reeve, a playwright who is stuck in a personal and professional rut. While attending a play in a grand hotel, Richard is drawn to a photograph of a beautiful woman, Elise McKenna, Jane Seymour. The photograph was taken in the early 1900s, and Richard is immediately struck by the woman's gaze, which seems to connect with him on a deep level. As Richard becomes obsessed with the photograph, he digs deeper into Elise's life and discovers that she was a famous actress from the early 20th century. Learning that she had stayed at the same hotel many years earlier, Richard becomes fixated on the idea of meeting her. After researching the concept of time travel and hypnosis, he decides to try an experimental method, self-hypnosis, to transport himself back in time. Richard succeeds in traveling back to 1912, where he meets Elise. The two fall deeply in love, but as they struggle to connect across time, complications arise, and Richard must face the harsh realities of trying to alter his fate. The film's emotional weight comes from the love story that transcends time, but also from the understanding that time itself may want to keep them apart. Themes. At its core, Somewhere in Time explores the themes of love, fate, and the power of memory. It delves into the notion of soulmates and the idea that love can transcend the boundaries of time and space. The film asks, what if love were strong enough to overcome time itself? Richard's obsession with Elise is driven by his belief that they were meant to be together, no matter the consequences. Another central theme is the psychological nature of time. Richard's time travel is not facilitated by a machine, but by sheer mental will, using self-hypnosis to transport himself into the past. This approach makes the time travel more of an emotional journey, exploring how our memories, desires, and mindsets shape our perception of reality. Performances. Christopher Reeve, best known for his role as Superman, brings a grounded, earnest performance to Somewhere in Time. His portrayal of Richard is both romantic and obsessive, capturing the vulnerability and longing of a man desperate to reconnect with a love that is seemingly out of his reach. Reeve's performance is one of restraint. He allows the emotional journey to unfold naturally, rather than forcing dramatic moments. His charm and sincerity make Richard's obsession relatable, and his passion for Elise feel palpable. Jane Seymour as Elise McKenna is equally impressive. Her elegance and grace as a woman from a bygone era lend the film a sense of authenticity. The chemistry between Reeve and Seymour is central to the movie, and their relationship feels genuine and poignant. Together, they create a tender portrayal of love that is both beautiful and tragic. Time travel and genre, Somewhere in Time stands out as a romantic drama with a twist of science fiction. Unlike many other time travel films that focus on technological mechanisms or thrilling escapades, this film treats time travel as a psychological experience. There's no flashy machine or fancy gadgetry. Instead, the film revolves around the power of the mind and belief. The time travel elements are more metaphysical, as Richard hypnotizes himself to travel back in time. This makes the film stand apart from other, more conventional sci-fi films, as it doesn't delve into the scientific explanations of time travel. The focus is on how time affects relationships and how memories can shape one's destiny. It's not about action or adventure, but about exploring deep emotional connections, which gives it a unique place in both the science fiction and romance genres. Music. One of the standout elements of Somewhere in Time is its score, composed by John Barry. The music is hauntingly beautiful, and the main theme has become iconic. The score perfectly complements the film's emotional tone, amplifying the sense of longing, nostalgia, and heartache that permeates the story. Barry's music is integral to the film, and many consider the score to be one of the film's defining features. Comparison to other time travel films. Continued. While Somewhere in Time shares the time travel concept with films like Back to the Future and The Time Machine, it's important to note that it approaches the genre in a very different way. Where Back to the Future focuses on time travel as an adventure filled with fun, paradoxes, and action, Somewhere in Time is much more introspective. It doesn't dwell on the mechanics or complexities of time travel, but instead focuses on the emotional journey of its characters. Films like The Time Traveler's Wife or The Butterfly Effect also explore time travel with an emotional core, but Somewhere in Time predates many of them in its depiction of the deeply personal side of time travel. It leans heavily on the idea of destiny and the concept of soulmates, rather than tackling the problems or consequences of altering the past, which is often a central theme in other time travel films. Conclusion: Somewhere in Time is a unique and captivating love story that has earned its place as a cult classic. It transcends the boundaries of time travel films by focusing on the emotional and philosophical aspects of time, love, and memory. Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour bring an authentic and heartfelt energy to their roles, making the central romance both tender and poignant. The film's strength lies not in its depiction of time travel, but in its exploration of how love can stretch across time and space. Its themes of destiny and the power of the mind resonate deeply, making it more than just a sci-fi film. It's an emotional journey that stays with you long after the credits roll. For anyone who enjoys a slower-paced, emotionally driven film, Somewhere in Time is a must-watch. Whether you're a fan of time travel stories or simply a lover of romantic dramas, the film's timeless appeal makes it a standout in both genres.